And then we are going to use a special breathing, and it's a kind of a box breathing. And this is a breathing you can use throughout every exercise you do this lesson. It will get your focus to the exercise and elongate your movements. So the yogic experience becomes more excessive, and the heart gets trained to be to be able to pump larger amounts of blood in one stroke. So you breathe in for a certain amount of seconds. You could count them in your head. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you hold your breath for 8 seconds. Then you breathe out for 8 seconds. And then you are with empty lungs for 8 seconds. Just send gentle breath retentions, gentle holding your breath with empty lungs or with full lungs for as long as you breathe in and breathe out. And then you breathe in again. A full capacity breath in, and count the amount of seconds you are breathing in, because this amount is the amount for as long as you keep your breath with the full lungs, for as long as you breathe out, for as long as you keep the lungs empty. And this is what we call a square box breathing. Every side of the square is equal, and you measure it in the beginning of your exercise by breathing in for an amount of seconds. Keep your lungs full for the same amount of seconds. Breathe out for the same amount of seconds. Keep the lungs empty for the same amount of seconds. So a square box breathing. It keeps the mind calm. It grows the breath capacity, because you measure by the breath in, and it regulates the systems in the body to work together better, harmonizing. So this box breathing idea you can use throughout the exercises we are going to do today, and you will notice in the exercises which are heavier that your box is smaller. You have to breathe a bit quicker, because otherwise you will get out of breath. Okay, you get the idea of the box breathing. Put the legs out under of you, put them in front. And let's start by warming up the upper body and the spine. Push the feet further to the outer end of your practice mat. So your sitting bones are tilted backwards, and you're able to sit up straight. You bring up your arms on the side. Bring the hands together on top of each other. Breathe out. Bend forward with as straight back as possible, with the straightest back. Bend forward not just by bending your back, but by pulling in your legs into the hips, pulling up your pelvic floor and pulling in your lower abdominal muscles who are connected to the pubic bone. Don't put the hands on the legs. This is a warm-up exercise to stretch out the body. Breathe in, come up, straight again. And breathe out, let the arms down. Again, breathe in, arms up. Towards each other. Grab the hands to reach out even more at the end of the breath in. And then you let your hands side by side and you breathe out by pulling in your navel button, your belly, pulling in your legs into the hips, tensing up your muscles in your legs, tensing up the kneecap, and pulling up the pelvic floor. For as far and as long as your box breathing is going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Arms down. Just sit up straight. Let the shoulders hang down. Shoulder blades towards each other. Chest bone is lifted. Breathe in your arms again. Breathe out. Keep with empty lungs the position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the neck, the shoulders, chin. Try your box breathing in this exercise. So you breathe in for an amount of seconds, the same amount. Hold your breath. Breathe out for the same amount of seconds. Keep your breath empty for the same amount of seconds in the position. Keep an eye on yourself so you don't sit there and just relax, but always lift a little bit the pelvic floor, pull the navel back so there is tension. And the idea is that your legs are pulled in and your sitting bones are tilted backwards so the back can be straight. One last time. Notice that you get warm from this exercise because the whole body is completely in interaction when you do this work. Then we're going to lie back over our pillow or over our folded blanket and place the edge of your pillow right below the shoulder blades. Grab your head with your fingers on the back of the head. Close the elbows over your head and your hands are on top of each other on the back of the head.